Hey everyone, Dark Skeleton here once again, and now I'm going to be showing you how to create a basic level 1 Hunter deck. This Hunter deck is continuing the series of videos where I show you how to create every single class in Hearthstone, a deck for each class, using only the cards that are available to you right after you finish the tutorial, and unlock each of the classes respectively, ideally by beating the Innkeeper on normal mode, as I did in the previous videos. Now, today's deck, the Hunter deck, it's slightly on the aggressive side, but you can't be too aggressive with only basic cards, so it does have some higher end cards in case the game gets that late. But what makes it unique is that it has beast synergy, as many Hunter decks do, and only Hunter decks really do this well, where cards that are labeled beast often get buffs and synergize with other Hunter cards. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first card is a Hunter card called Arcane Shot, and you'll notice that I've included all 5 of the class cards for Hunter cards because they're just that good as far as what you have to choose from initially. So anyway, Arcane Shot deals 2 damage to any target on the field. 90% of the time you want to use this to remove a enemy minion which is giving you trouble. Some of them have effects that while they're on the field really cause you issue. One of those being another card I included in the deck at the end called a Stormwind Champion, giving any other minion on the field that you control +1/+1. That's something that needs to be removed, and Arcane Shot can help you do that. Next card is Tracking, a Hunter card which lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose one from them, and then discards the other 2. This is a card for fast-paced decks which want to get the right combo into your hand in order to remove your opponent from the game, to kill them outright and quickly. This card is best when you have cards that really combo, such as a Leroy Jenkins. It's a legendary card, which you won't have right now, of course. But it's also good if you just need to get something, say, you need a Darkscale Healer right now, restores 2 health to all friendly characters because you have a lot of injured minions on the field. Or you need a Multishot, deals 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions so that you can clear the board. Tracking will get you whatever you need and the moment you need it, and it only costs 1 mana, so it's quite a good Hunter card. Next we have Stone Tusk Bore. This card in most decks is an absolute joke, but in Hunter it's actually not to be underestimated because it is a beast, and as a beast it has the beast synergy. Namely, we come down here to Hound Master, a 4-cost minion, 4 attack, 3 health, that gives a friendly beast +2/+2 and taunt. Now, a 1/1 charging boar might not be the biggest deal, but a 3/3 charging boar with taunt for 1 mana is not bad at all. So these beast cards synergize with Hound Master especially, making Hound Master a fantastic card that's run in almost every Hunter deck. Next we have Timberwolf, the other beast synergy card in here. Your other beasts have +1 attack, making it very similar to a raid leader. Why it's better though is because it only costs 1 mana. The other downside is that it only has 1 health and 1 attack, but you don't play raid leader for the extra attack and health anyway. You play it for the +1 damage, and since almost everything in here is a beast, Timberwolf works out alright. Next we have Bloodfin Raptor and River Crocolisk. They have 3 attack, 2 health, and 2 attack, 3 health respectively. These cards are very, very average and generally wouldn't be played in a deck except for the fact that they have beast synergy. They are beast cards. They can be targeted by cards like Hound Master for the +2/+2 and taunt, and the Timberwolf for an extra attack, so they are acceptable to use in a Hunter deck and not bad for your first deck. Next up we have Ironfur Grizzly, another rather average card. It has 3 attack, 3 health, but it also has taunt, which is nice. It makes it a lot better. Also a beast card, but as a 3/3 taunt, it can wall out some of the minions your opponent might have played on turn 1, like a Northshire Cleric, a 1/3 that when an allied minion, or actually any minion gets healed, that player gets to draw a card. But a 3/3 will kill that outright with only taking 1 damage. And I accidentally removed it from the deck, so give me 1 second here. There we go. Next up we have Razorfin Hunter, a card I've been recommending in the other basic decks for the reason that it has 2 attack, 3 health, but it also has the battle cry to summon a 1/1 boar. This means for 3 mana, you're effectively getting 2 minions and 7 stats worth of value out of it. It's not a bad card, and it's even a little bit better in Hunter because the boar is a beast. So just like the Stone Tusk Bore, it can synergize with the Hound Master, turning it into a 3/3 boar with taunt. Next we have Multishot, as I mentioned earlier. It's going to be your main removal with this deck. It deals 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions, and because it's random, it's a little bit unreliable. But if you can get it to hit the 2 minions on your opponent's side of the board that you want, it can be quite a good value card. Has the potential to take out 2 minions instantly for just 4 mana and 1 card. Because it's 4 mana, it's an alright card. The other downside is the randomness, of course, but it's not bad, and I would use it in a starting Hunter deck for sure. Hound Master, don't need to go into that anymore. It's a great card, should be included in almost every Hunter deck, as long as you're using beasts, which you should be. Next we have Oasis Snapjaw, a card that really synergizes with the Hound Master. This thing on its own is okay. It has 2 attack, 7 health, making it very bulky but not so strong. It kills weak minions, but it doesn't have the attack to deal with strong minions. But Hound Master will turn this into a 4/9 with taunt, meaning the opponents have to run into it. It'll deal 4 damage to everything it hits, and it has 9 HP. Almost nothing can remove that in one hit. So a Hound Master to Oasis Snapjaw is almost guaranteed to get at least 2 minions, and likely to get 3. So that is a very good combination there. Next we have Darkscale Healer. For these higher end minions that have extra health, and you're going to want to be trading them into your opponents, but not letting those minions die, they'll end up being on 1 or 2 HP, but they can be healed back up to 3 or 4 with a Darkscale Healer. This card in any kind of deck that has value on its mind, Darkscale Healer is pretty good. It restores 2 health to all friendly characters, and that includes your hero himself. Aside from that, it's a Yeti. It just costs 5 mana, but I feel that for the Battlecry effect, it is actually worth it in many cases. Next we have Frostwolf Warlord. This is a card I didn't really use too much in the other decks, but here, because we have a lot of 1-cost minions, we have Razorfin Hunter, which gives you 2 minions on the field for 1. It's possible you'll have 2 or 3 minions on the field already when you play this guy. And the more minions you have, the better he is. Normally he's only a 4/4, but for every minion you have on the battlefield, he gains 1 extra stats. So you could be playing a 6/6 or even a 7/7 for 5 mana. In the most ridiculous cases, he could even get up to a 8/8, a 9/9, or a 10/10. Next we have Boulderfist Ogre, a card I recommend in probably every basic deck. I would imagine you're going to be seeing him in my other videos too. He has 6 attack, 7 health. It's a good stat distribution, similar to that of a Chillwind Yeti that has 4 attack and 5 health. And for 6 mana, that's good stats. It's just a card that's going to get 2 minions killed for 1, or maybe even 3 minions killed for 1. It's great value. It's a big threat on the board that needs to be dealt with somehow, and it's just an overall pretty good card. Next we have Stormwind Champion. Like the Frostwolf Warlord, it synergizes with having a lot of minions on the field. So if you have, say, a couple of boars and 1 bigger guy on the field, they're all going to get +1/+1 stats for free just by playing this guy. Stormwind Champion, when played on a board that has a lot of minions, will get great value, and that makes it a pretty good card too. So there you go. This deck doesn't have the potential to go hyper aggressive, but if you do get an overwhelming board presence, cards like Timberwolf, Frostwolf Warlord, and Stormwind Champion will be able to benefit from you having extra minions on the field. And once those minions get buffed up, or once you get even bigger minions like a Frostwolf Warlord, your opponent's going to be forced to start trading with you, and you might even have the potential to go for their face. What gives Hunter an edge for going to the opponent's face and just finishing them off before they run out of cards is their hero power, which allows you to deal 2 damage directly to your opponent's hero, no matter what's in the way. Even if they have a taunt minion, the damage can still go through. So you may want to play this deck slightly more aggressively, but still keep value in mind, as finishing them off by turn 6 or 7 isn't too realistic. The game will probably go later on. Try to use the Hound Master combined with your beasts. Kill one of their minions, keep your own guy on the board as a 3/1 or a 3/2. And if you have the follow-up potential, try to Darkscale Healer your own minions, get them back to 4 HP, and just overall control the board, get your opponent dead, wipe their hand out, and you should be good to go. So yeah, that should do it for a starting Hunter deck. There are a lot of cards that you can get as you level up, and in a future video I'll probably go into them for a level 10 Hunter deck where you get 5 more different kinds of cards, and maybe throw in some basic comments. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions about the deck, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.